Hello all. In the third week of our Hemigosh experimentation, the color we are going to cover is nude. So we will go ahead and see in this detailed video how this color is useful in your paintings and what are the properties of this color as well. First, I started with the Mars tone. It is a beautiful pastel color. I got a dry brush because the amount of water is a bit less on the brush. So I just dipped the brush and then went with the strokes. It's a beautiful Mars tone, but since it's a pastel shade, I would suggest not to layer this color on any darker backgrounds. But if you still want to do it, you should make sure that your hand is very lighter and you are just touching it without lifting the background dark color, any of the dark color. Coming to the blending with water, I first kept the amount whatever left on my brush on these areas and then started blending with water. It became a bit chalky because of the pastel nature of this color. So I would prefer blending it with white gouache compared to water, but just for the purpose of showing you all, I am blending in with water. As you can see, lot of streaks has formed. The property of gouache is also like that, but since this is a pastel shade, it is more being visible because of the light colors. So next I am blending in with white gouache. I love the gradient that it has formed. You won't get this subtle transition by just few strokes, but you have to really work on it a bit with a feather touch brush strokes, very gentle brush strokes, and just blending it. You can see how I am holding my brush, right? So upright, almost vertical, around 80 to 70 degrees, and then just blending it. Now for the tint, I am first taking white gouache and putting a bit for the tone as well. Cleaning my brush thoroughly and taking up the nude color and mixing it up then and there itself. You can mix in the palette as well and then come back and put the stroke here, whatever the tint has formed, but I prefer doing it here itself. While I'm working on tint, I accidentally dropped a lot of water, so I am reworking on it. But as I said, tint version, I also like the tint version a lot because it gives a very subtle color. Now we will work on the tone. So I'm putting black for the shade and tone at once, and we'll start blending the white, black and the nude colors for the tone. This is such a beautiful shade that has formed. I like this tone a lot compared to the shade that is going to be formed because black is very dominant here because of the pastel nature again. So you hardly see that there is a nude mix in the shade, right? So I am putting multiple amount of paint for the shade to get the right mix, and this is how we got. And the lifting is very easy, like just in one stroke you can see almost paper white. So in just 2 to 3 strokes it is perfect. You can see how nicely the color lifting is happening, and it is non-staining. Of course, the pastel nature again here plays a role, and I will quickly dab and remove, but yeah, you can see the paper white almost in the 2-3 strokes of lifting. Now layering with white gouache, the thicker consistency, it almost covers the background, and in the diluted consistency also it covers quite a good decent amount of the background. Coming to the black, of course black covers the entire thing of the background, this color being the pastel. What I observed is that even the diluted version of the black is covering the entire background, almost like 90 to 95% of the background is covered even in the diluted version. So if you are using black on top of this kind of light colors, you should be very careful and put only in the areas where it is necessary. Otherwise you may end up putting dark colors in the areas which you don't want, and it will be very difficult to pick them up. This is a perfect shade for skin tone. You can mix different colors and make different shades of skin tone. And I found it a bit of semi-transparent because of the pastel nature, because it is forming chalky when mixed with water and all. So that's it. Mostly this, as the name says, nude. It is a very perfect color for skin tones, and I hope every one of you will explore this by mixing it with different shades or different colors, like not only red and not only white and black, but the reds, yellows, and other things as well. You can also use this color as a complementary color for the backgrounds with darker subjects or ink sketching as such. That's all for this color. I will see you in the next week with another color. Don't forget to subscribe.